G'day viewers, well I revitalised this battery. I really quite like these little Urasa ones. Nice and moist, how it should be. I had it overnight on the C-Tech and it fixed it up nicely. Then I chucked it on this thing here, running off 19 volts at 4 amps for about half an hour. And I brought it from when I tested it straight off the C-Tech. It was at 60 cold cranking amps. After this, it's got about 80 cold cranking amps in it now. The ESR is about 40 milliohms, which is about what it is when it's new. So this thing's fixed. I simply glued these things back on. I pulled the vents out, popped them in, and made sure they're sitting, so that the battery creates a vacuum, and like it did when it was original, to help make a good seal. But this UPS works good now. Urasa battery. I probably should stick to buying these ones just because they're easy to service. Hey, you got these caps, so they're pulling the whole bloody top off. Because I find that to be a bit of a pain in the ass. You're not going to get it. I can't get them sealed properly. These are Urasa ones. I like that concept. That's very good. You just pop those off, and they're only welded from there and there. The two sides are welded. You can pop those off with a screwdriver, and you can set it all back on easily. I like better than this style, this concept. It doesn't look good. But yeah, the phosphoric acid trick. I decided to put some phosphoric loss converter in there. I made a lead phosphate battery. Didn't work out that good. It did a little bit. It brought the it seemed to work, but because it's when the phosphoric acid dries, it goes sticky and gummy. That's the drawback. But I might just flush this out a bit with some. I probably should have kept some battery acid for this purpose. I've neutralised it and got rid of it all now, but I should just keep some battery acid aside, settled, and clean it just for this purpose, so just to use that to fix these up. I decided to put some phosphoric acid in the bad cell, but nah, that didn't get this thing working. Anyway, good experiment. This is now a lead phosphate battery with phosphoric acid in there. That's really acidic, but it's an interesting experiment nonetheless. But yeah, it's already puffed up a little bit anyway. You can feel it. Yeah, it's gone. I'll cut them open later. I keep those enclosures. Those plastic shells would be good for some battery projects. This is a higher voltage one, 36 watt per cell, 12 volt. It's a 7.5 amp hour. I'm very happy this, and it actually worked. It fixed it, so it's about 90% of its original capacity has been restored. It's just dried out. So these ones are good for that. You can just pop these caps off. I like that concept. I just put some acid in there till there's like a plastic sheet, a clear plastic sheet that sits on top of the cells, and this make a battery. You can see that this plastic sheet was dry. You can just see it was it looked dehydrated. You can see just droplets of electrolyte on there. And I've filled these up. Just so the sponges are all well soaked. And looking at these, they all look pretty well moistened. The plastic sheets look very well covered, but not drowned, like flooded. Just enough to completely get up to the point where the sponges can't absorb anymore. There's a little bit too much electrolyte in there, but there's not so much that it's spilling out. But that's not such a bad thing anyway. This is sealed alright. So I always keep the UPS upright anyway, so I'm not going to tip this thing upside down or anything, because this one in particular is very good, usable, user serviceable. These Socomec ones, I have to pull them completely apart to get the battery out, because pulling this front off, there's a bit too much hold the battery in there still. It's easier to take this completely apart. But with this one, you just take the two bottom screws out and the front pops out, and this pops out very easily. So I've got two good UPSs now. One in my main PC, which is I've got the new battery for, and this one. This one here, I got the other one, which has got the laser battery in it. Work good, but it's for that. It's only a 4.5 amp hour. I'm not going to last for 20 minutes as I'm supposed to supply power for, so I'll keep these as just just to maintain batteries with them. If I do need them in the future, I'll get new batteries, but not at the moment. So I'll put this in it back together. I might clean all this mess up now, make the battery look sort of neat. Give it a good test. I think it should run that incandescent lamp now. We'll give it a test. Make sure the glue is well set before I reuse this battery again, because if the glue is not set, the vents might pop off. So the glue is pretty much well and truly set now, so I'm not going to pop the tops off. Plugged in. Alright, we'll give it a test. Let's see if it works. Unplug safety first. Yep. Oh, look at that. That's working very nicely. No beep. This UPS works good. It does have a lot quieter beep than their Seiko Mech ones. But it works. That's really good. I'll give it a quick show on camera. It's supposed to beep off. Okay, no beep on this UPS. I did before. Very good, very good. A slight flicker on the lamp, but I get my multimeter out and do a voltage measurement. We'll see what the AC output voltage is. Well, that will be a good indication to what how good the battery is on this UPS as it is. I'll set the camera down here. I've got 241 volts AC there. Now I'll unplug it. We'll see what it is and I'll unplug it. That's kind of weird. 175 volts. That's kind of odd. I ran the light alright. The light didn't dim much. That was kind of interesting, right, to that low voltage. Try it again, T42. 175 volts. Turn it on. Now it beeps. Booting up. Interesting, I've only got that in the output. That's interesting. I did test that battery and it had plenty of bloody grunt. That's kind of odd. That battery had plenty of bloody grunt. Heaps of grunt. Let's try it on a load. I'll draw a bigger load on it. That's a 600 watt heat gun. Too much there, it turns off. So it does have a safety feature that works on it. Put the heat gun on low. Interesting. Low voltage on the output, that's kind of interesting. The battery tested fine when I did the revival. Like I ran my little windscreen wiper motor I used last time, and that thing I used that on this battery that I fixed, and it went like bloody bad out of hell. It's amazing. Maybe I should pull this UPS apart. I just observed, make sure the capacitors and everything are alright. Just have a good look at the circuit board, maybe. Give it a good inspection. That's a bit unusual, 135 volts. It's not supposed to be that low on the output. It's supposed to be, 220, 240 volt input, and it's supposed to supply that. 220, 240 volt. Yeah, exactly. 2.73 amp max, 600 volt amp, 360 watt. Same as this one. The Seiko Mech next to it. This has a different set of screws on the bottom of it though. It has Torx security screws, so this and the it's hard to pull apart. Torx security screws. I've got a bit pin that's in the middle of them. Anyway, I wonder why the voltage is a bit low. That's kind of interesting. I have to investigate that. Anyway, that'll be enough for now. Thanks for watching. Okay viewers, well, just revisiting this, it turns out my UPS is actually fine. The reason why I get a low voltage, because of the way these things switch to waveform. And this isn't a very good true RMS multimeter. This is a piece of shit. So, yeah, use a proper true RMS multimeter and you will get a proper voltage reading off your UPS. So, because of the way UPS is switched, the frequency that interferes with different multimeters. You need different multimeters for different tasks. This one is obviously not good for measuring UPSs because it's a very, it's a common issue. If you've got a crap multimeter, your UPS won't show the full output reading voltage. So I'm going to use my Brahman multimeter and I can guarantee I'm going to get the proper reading. That's nice to know. I didn't realise a shit multimeter would give me a bad reading. But there you go, you learn something every day. Now this UPS is Seiko mech. Someone's been a bit lazy when they've made this and put the terminations on. My output and input here, I had problems with this socket working properly. It would have like an archy sort of a sound and it would shut off. Turns out they're bloody loose. Who the hell did this? It's a good, proper, reputable manufacturer, this Seiko mech, but someone's been a bit lazy at the factory. I'll better repair this. I've fixed it. It's all live. It's energised. Running off the battery. I've got a beep there, telling me it's running off the battery. Multimeter. They're using the crap multimeter. Let's see what this one says. Yeah. These meters, cheap meters don't like it at all. You got to use a proper multimeter. But it's working. It's beeping at me, telling me it's running off the battery. I'll plug this in. Careful here. Each every one of those is bloody all loose. I've had those sockets are all loose. I can't believe it. Anyway, it's all fixed. Quick test on the light before the battery of my camera runs flat. Light on, lights on, unplugged. Works perfectly now. Yeah, there we go. The light would show me otherwise. It was actually putting out an actual low voltage. But it's proven to be my multimeter is a piece of junk. But always check that. I've just found that out myself. Anyway, unplug safety first, switches off. Anyway, that'll be enough for now. Thanks for watching.